ground, and then if you hold on, I'm going to ragdoll you to the ground as well.
Jones again, Matt Jones. Wide Melcheski got a good left foot. Kicks that one to the top of the square. Dangerous spot, bit of help. McDonald over the head. Snap around the body in the first one to Parker. His best attribute, Dees, is when he runs, not when he wrestles. And, you know, they say at Hawthorn that, you know, they like to keep him under 100 kilos because he was a running machine. And not sure that that's been the case at Sydney, where he's wrestled a lot more this year. Hanbury, done. Vince, little step and good little kick in there. Melbourne still under enormous pressure. Melcheski, handball opportunity now. Bird got it inside 50. Here's Franklin, done, a push. And it might be a buddy free. High, said the umpire.
Well, there you go. It's all right being physical and getting into Buddy's face, but you can't be giving free kicks away 15 metres out. Gee, there wasn't a hell of a lot, but the umpire was in perfect position, so...
You don't need them going against you, though, if you're Tommy McDonald early on in the piece. There's not much there.
No, and slow-mo, when you look at it, I think you're probably right, Lingy and Richo. But he gets a look from about 20 out, but it's a sharpish angle. Kick on the way, drags it a little bit here, but it's still good enough to register the second. Right?
Yeah, absolutely, Richo, spot on there. McGlynn's on Nathan Jones. A couple other quick matchups. Daniel Cross is on Jared McVeigh, limiting his influence across half-back, and Grimes has gone to Hanbury.
Push out! Shannon Burns!
So, I'm not sure that was against Derek. Off the ball.
That was paid by the umpire that was in control of the central region of the ground.
Shocking throw-in where they had to make ground, really. That's what initiated that free kick. Then that free kick wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for the poor depth in the throw-in.
Richo went down this week to sort the umpires out.
Richo.
Got to get that there.
Here's Burns. As a result, 25 metres out. He's a bit of a dead eye. Melbourne get there first. Kennedy Harris with the free kick here. Dawes wants it in the middle, and he was a little late to see that, Kennedy Harris, and now he goes deeper to the pocket. Howe wanted to push in the back. The umpire said no, nothing on for you today. Shaw, a couple of bouncers running out of defence here. She decides to straighten up and sees, I think it's McVeigh.
Thanks, Daniel, hold.
McVeigh at centre half back. In a good position here, Sydney. Franklin, first time he's been up the ground tonight. And a long way up, good kick. Finds Derricks. Slow, methodical build-up here from Sydney, who are starting to regain some important players. I see Sam Reid was on the plane down here as one of the emergencies as well.
Lewis Roberts-Thompson has got a massive mismatch in the goal square with Neville Jetta. Need to get it in there to him.
Derricks to Grundy.
This is what Cameron Ling focused on pre-game, Ling, their defensive transition play, and so far so good in this build-up.
Laidler goes to that matchup, but unfortunately he was swamped by Pike and others. There, Richo, Burns.
Yeah, his teammates had to be aware of that mismatch and get out of his way then.
Hanbury, favoured left side here. Gee, they gave him a lot of time.
The jumper, much more advantage.
Gee, tough to pick who was holding who. Was crossed, advanced the ball forward. Here's Frawley and Richards. Now Dawes, little handball back. Missed his intended target there in Kennedy Harris, and now Sydney will rip it out of defence through Grundy. Combines with Melcheski. Sydney have got Kennedy on, and another one further afield in Bird. It goes in the Bird direction. He marks. Uncontested to the pocket, and here comes Buddy, but dipping in front is Kieran Jack.
They just got burnt with the gut run of the Sydney midfielders there, Richo. Jack, Hanbury, McVeigh, all streaming. If you look at Daniel Cross, he's absolutely filthy. I think he thinks one of his teammates didn't push hard enough back into defence, and they'll get caught out because this group, well, last year we thought they were the best midfield we'd seen for 10 years.
And that was their classic play, that slingshot rebound out of defensive 50. And they have got Melbourne late in this quarter with the uncontested ball.
For the fourth Sydney first quarter Goal comes in, good-looking kick, drags it across beautifully. Sydney have got 4. And that hasn't been there in the first few weeks, Richo.
But they're just doing that's instructed, and they've been consistent with it tonight, so I guess you can't complain if it's consistent.
Pedersen down the middle. Dawes got a chance.
This is great reward for effort for big Chris Dawes, who's a massive unit in his own right, Chris Dawes. He's a great runner at the same time. He carries a big frame, but nearly 100 kilos. And look at the work rate there, really stretching out hard, and hasn't had a lot of the footy since his return, but he's just given them a bit of presence up there.
Sliding doors, some would say, looking at that. Does?
Yeah, nice, Bristol.
Sharp, wasn't
I like it.
Jeez, you're on tonight.
He's a really good kick. He sets up beautifully. He's got a textbook
very straight
style about him. He's very erect in his posture. And look at that. Melbourne get their second goal, the first goal of the second quarter. Set him in amongst them.
I reckon you'd like to give him about 5 or 10 minutes of the third quarter, and all the last quarter would be ideal.
Okay. McVeigh thought about the inside not once but twice, and eventually goes down the line with some effect to Lloyd. Lloyd, some beautiful hand candy, and now a great kick to Buddy. Wields and goes on the left, draws the player to the ball, and that's Cunningham. And Cunningham marks. It was a great kick. He made Cunningham come to the footy.
Yeah, he did, BT. They're the best kicks. And have a look at this, Brian.
Yeah, have a look at this. Buddy was lining up for goal. Now have a look at Cross. Well, you can't see because the man in the box, but have a look at that. Now he's within, right there, he's within 3 metres.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't say it, because it didn't have
no
any
impact at all. I know what you're saying, BT. Technically, that's a free kick, but he was running off the ground. And
36 minutes since the Swans' goal, but Buddy creeping the mark had no impact either on the player. Here is Cunningham. Kick for goal is good. Long time between drinks. This in the Melbourne attacking 50. Basically every player is there in this part of the ground. Melcheski got space for McGlynn. He's found it a little bit tonight, McGlynn. Next kick's been the problem. Good kick, but it needed to be better. It needed to be marked by Jetta. Kick wasn't quite there. Jones involved. Howe through the traffic here. Comes Kennedy Harris. Gives it off to Tyson. And Tyson evens the ledger for this third quarter.
Base class, Tom Tyson. High draft pick, spent a couple of years up in Sydney at the GWS and traded back to Melbourne, and he's been good. He's been solid this year, starting to really find his feet at senior level, and that showed you the sort of finishing ability that he does have.
Thanks, guys. Coming out here soon. Right here, guys.
Good kick by Tyson. Melbourne answered the Sydney goal and back within 3 goals here. Really good bounce in the middle. Pike and the undersized Pedersen, as Lingy has pointed out in the ruck. Viney with the clearance. Dawes needed to mark in the Jukes. Wadded it on the chest, allowed Laidler to spoil
Incorrect
it.
disposal, Sydney. Advantage.
Shaw got an inside runner, and Kennedy, can he straighten? Gives it back to Shaw. Penetrating run. He wanted Roberts Thompson to go, but he did not go at all. And Lyndon Dunn again. Jack gets to his feet. Has he got enough on it? The umpire hasn't moved. It's got to be pretty straight. And the game opening up.
Pretty important period now for Melbourne. Sydney are just starting to get a fair bit of dominance, and it's starting to get an open feeling to it now, this game.
Hanbury, Franklin, did well McDonald on that occasion. Lloyd out the back, Kennedy with a magnificently controlled kick under pressure, and Buddy saw as well.
Yeah, good finish there around the corner. Buddy was going to come off the ground. I'm not sure what has happened there. There is his father. He'd be concerned. Take a look at it. But
he's coming straight off, isn't he, Richo?
A good finish.
great goal from Kennedy, but Buddy Franklin has come straight off the ground after that and holding his left knee really, really sore. He didn't even think about anything apart from getting straight off the ground. It looked innocuous, Rich, over.
Didn't seem to be any twisting motion there, so
Lingy will be all over it shortly.
let's hope he's okay.
So this game really starting to open up, and Melbourne need to try and follow suit if they can. As Matt Jones pursued by Jack. He surely hasn't got it.
Holding the man! Melbourne!
Been forced to kick on his right side a lot tonight. Little tap on to Pedersen. They wind up here. An opportunity for Turlick. Pulls the kick nicely.
Good conversion, BT. A good call, and you just saw Turlick there. Enough presence to just hold the kick back, and there's a bit of discussion going on, Richo, isn't there? John Longmire talking to the medicos, and want to find out who's available at the moment for Sydney. As Lingy pointed out, they've got a bit of a war zone down there at the moment.
I think that's Peter Berbikov on the bench. Pretty sure they're on the phone, former Essendon and Swans player.
Well, a lot of decisions need to be made there, and Jones needs to be safe here, and he is. Or is he? Yes, that will be a goal, so it's back to a 24-point margin.
I know Paul Roos talked a lot about percentage at the start of the year and about improving that this year, but pretty sure they just got to play on and go for a win.
Well, we've kept scoring low. Jetta looking to get it to Kennedy, who now comes under some Tyson pressure. Hanbury by Viney was good as well, and Roberts-Thompson again got tangled up with Giorgio, and Roberts-Thompson gives Giorgio another one. They've been whack for whack tonight, those two.
They're going at it here as well off the footy.
Genuinely don't like each other.
Tom, here!
These two as Goods marks within range.
Geez, he led into that footy well, Goodsy. 330 games, he's just a Rolls Royce the way he moves still.
Went the short footy, and it was perfection to McGlynn.
It had the real Stevie J look-away kick. There's no one apart from Stevie J tries that, but because he's got that in his trick bag.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, Lingy just...
They're just enjoying that one, Lingy, I think.
I think he loved it, Lingy.
Just letting things glide past him at the moment. Here comes McGlynn. And Sydney get another, and a good one, 33-point leaders.
Side bottom.
You can see the padding there, as Lingy points out.
Didn't like the side bottom work there.
Yeah, no, I did. I was just looking at the picture there.
Just gave me 0.
He had 40 possessions and kicked 10 to do a side bottom that under 18 grand final. Fair day.
Salem. A foot kick around the corner for his first goal in footy. If you've just joined us, Franklin out with a sorish knee in that third quarter. Subbed on was Adam Goods, and there is Buddy. We don't think it's too bad. And Goods took his place. Hanbury somehow eluded the tackle. Gee, McGlynn's turnaround was on a threepenny bit there. And now Dunn, who's done pretty well tonight, he's caught here, just got rid of it in the nick of time though. Hanbury under Lloyd, back to Pike, and gee, funny sort of kick there from Mike Pike. Now Goods keeps his feet, keeps it rolling forward, and it's going to end in a Derrick's goal. Put it down to Goods though. And they've got themselves in a good position here at 3-3 after a shaky start with Brisbane next week. Kick around the corner, needs a good bounce. Have a look at that. No score. Sydney now back at 3-3 with a win over Melbourne. He's with Adam Goods.
feel?
It's been a long 10 months thing, and just to get back out here and have a couple of kicks was awesome, and then get a win as well, it's great.
Were you able to focus on the footy? You've had a very busy schedule in the off-season. Of course, congratulations being Australian of the Year, but you were hanging with royalty, you were with William and MK, you were throwing out the first pitch at baseball. Have you managed to get the mind back on footy?
Oh, definitely, mate. This is what I'm getting paid to do, so it was nice to come out here after a long spell and get a few kicks. Hopefully next week, get half a game and just keep increasing it as we go.
It was hard work tonight, wasn't it, Melbourne? They really improved their defensive structure, their defensive intent. It took you guys a while to get through them, but eventually you're able to break them open.
Yeah, definitely. To their credit, they went one-on-one at us, and unfortunately in the first half they really had us on those tough one-on-ones. So to get away with the 4 points tonight, not playing great footy, is probably a good effort.
I take it, being such a competitive person, you don't like wearing the subs vest. Do you get in horse's ear now and say, we'll get rid of that subs vest for next week?
I hope so, mate. I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I've only played about 20 minutes, so we'll see how we go.
You know what the sub has to do, though, now? They've got to just start running laps to the MCG while everybody gets to go in and relax.
Yeah, it'd be nice if everyone could just keep a camera on me while I'm doing a few more laps.
Well done tonight, mate. Great to have you back out there.